Hello students, welcome to Pandey Economics classes. This is video number 51 and in this video we are going to start the most important infrastructure, that is energy. Before proceeding further in this video children, let me remind you the topic we have covered in the last two videos. So children, since last two video we have started the very new chapter, that is infrastructure, that is very important chapter of economics. Class 12th, the name of the book is Indian Economic Development. So children, in the previous video we have covered the states of infrastructure in India, and in that video children we have seen that in comparing the neighboring country like China, Indonesia and Hong Kong, infrastructure facilities of India are not as developed as these countries has been developed, and the reason behind the not developing the infrastructure facilities in India is low development of investment of the total GDP. If we compare the contribution or the expenditure of total GDP of these countries, that is more than the investment expenditure done by the Indian government. The total contribution, or we can say total expenditure of GDP in the development of infrastructure from India is only 20%, but in China it is 44%, Indonesia it is 34%, and Hong Kong is 33%. Because of that, the country, or we can say the neighbor countries like Indonesia, Hong Kong and China has developed more good facilities infrastructure than the India. Now covering that video children, in this video we are going to discuss that energy, that is very and most important, and we can say it is the lifeline of production activity. Okay, so let's get started without wasting the time. So children, first of all, energy. Children, energy, as you know, that it is the power. Power means the power gives to do something. As we are the human being eat food, because after eating food gives us energy, and that energy we utilize for doing the or performing the different kind of activity. So we can say simply that food gives us energy, and that energy insists us to performing the activity. In the similar way children, energy is lifeline of the infrastructure, or we can say lifeline of all the developing activities. Okay, so we can say it is the most important component of economic infrastructure. Most important, why? Because without the energy, none of the economic activity can be done. Okay, production cannot be done, right? Increase in agriculture cannot be done, right? Any type of production activity cannot be done. It is the lifeline of production activity across all sector of the economy. Whenever we are saying all sector, so here we are including primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector, right? So primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector, for all these three type of activity, energy play a very important role, or we can say lifeline, right? Lifeline is energy. Why lifeline energy? Because without energy, primary sector cannot work properly, secondary sector cannot work at all, energy sector also cannot work. In primary sector children, for running the tube bell, right, or for operating the tractor, we need energy. You already know that. For increasing the production in the primary sector, that is agriculture, we need to utilize permanent means of irrigation, and using tube wells we cannot expect the permanent means of irrigation. For example, tractor also, for operating tractor or for operating tube wells we need energy. So we can say that energy is the lifeline of primary sector also. In the secondary sector children, for operating the machinery, right, for operating any type of machinery we need fuel or we need electricity, right? So these are all the different types of energy that is very important, or this is energy. Next is children tertiary sector. Tertiary sector means transportation. For transportation also we need fuel or energy. Or for service sector, tertiary sector like in banking or tourism, we need energy to operate computers. So we can say the energy is the lifeline of all the three sectors, that are primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. In the primary sector, to increase the production activity we need energy. In the secondary sector also we need to increase the production we need energy, and in tertiary sector also. Without energy we cannot imagine about the production activity, or we can say running the machinery, right? So we can say simply that energy is the most important component of economic infrastructure, and it is the lifeline of production activity across all the sector of the economy. After discussing the meaning of energy and the importance of energy, let us discuss children how many types of energy are available whatever we are using. So first is children, you can say I have written here three type of energy, and we will discuss all of them one by one. First one is children commercial and non-commercial sources of energy. So children, commercial sources of energy are those energy which are bought and sold, right? For commercial sources we have already established market, and in that market energy is purchased and sold. Non-commercial sources of energy are those sources which are not purchased or sold, and for which we have no established market in the economy. So if we discuss about the commercial sources of energy, children, so we will see that these are the let me write so that you can understood very well. Sources of energy is broadly classified as commercial and non-commercial. So we have divided commercial, right, and non-commercial. These are the broad category of energy division. So commercial sources are energy are children coal, you already know, we purchase and sold the petroleum and natural gas, right? These are the commercial sources of energy. And non-commercial sources of energy are children firewood, right, agricultural waste, and animal waste, right? So children, we can say commercial sources of energy are those which are sold and purchased, and for them we have established market. You already know that coal is very important for use producing the electricity, because thermal power is the important sources of electricity in our country. So in all the thermal power we are using coal at the masses scale, right? Petroleum, whenever we are saying petroleum, so petroleum is petrol, right, diesel and natural gases we are also including it diesel, right? So these are commercial sources of energy, because for that we have established market and we purchase and sold. Non-commercial sources of energy are those energy or those resources which are not sold and purchased. For example, firewood. Firewood means wood, whatever available in the atmosphere or in the environment. Agricultural waste, if you will see, or if you will go in rural areas, right, you will see that many of the households are using firewood as a for cooking food, agricultural waste for cooking food, and animal waste also. They are not using electricity at all, they are not using LPG gas for cooking the food, they are not using any kind of petroleum. And if you have remembered children, we have already discussed in the previous video. So children, I hope you must understood the commercial and non-commercial sources of energy, right? Next type of children energy is, that is conventional and non-conventional sources of energy. So before proceeding further children, let me erase the board, and after that we will continue the discussion about the energy. Conventional and non-conventional sources of energy. So children, let me write the point again here. Conventional and non-conventional. Conventional sources of energy are those energy which are being used since long time, right? Those type of sources of energy which are using since a long time are known as conventional sources of energy. For example, coal, petroleum, right? Natural gas, right? These are the conventional sources of energy, because these are being used as diverse sources of commercial energy over a long period of time. I mean to say that these sources of energy are being used since a long time, right? In India, conventional sources of energy are coal and petroleum, because we are using the coal for operating the steam engines. These days we are not using, but in the beginning of railway, when British government launched the Indian Railway in India, at that time coal were used in the engine for running the railway engine. Okay, but these days coal is using in masses on producing the electricity in India in the thermal power stations. Natural gas are used to produce fertilizers, and in LPG gas also you can notice that. Let's move on the non-conventional sources of energy. So children, these sources of energy are which are available as a free gift of nature. For non-conventional sources of energy, we do not need to pay money, or we do not need to process. These are available as free gift of, for example, solar energy, right? Next is wind energy. Next one is tidal energy, right? So children, these non-conventional sources of energy are those energy which we have started using recently, and these are not so much popular, or we can say that these are not as developed as it must be. If we compare both conventional sources of energy and non-conventional sources of energy, so you will see there is a difference between 95 and 5%, right? 95, for the 95% sources of energy we are dependent on the conventional sources of energy, and only 5% sources of energy we are obtaining from the non-conventional sources. And mostly non-conventional sources of energy are very popular in rural areas. And why in rural areas non-conventional sources of energy are very popular? Because they are not the conventional sources of not accessible in the rural area as easily available in the urban areas. So this was the conventional and non-conventional sources of energy. I hope you must be clear in your mind. Let us move the next point, but before that let me raise it. So children, now this is the last sources of energy, and this is primary and final sources of energy. So children, primary sources of energy are the sources which are available as free gift of nature. जैसे कि as I have already told you, primary, let me write here primary and final, right? So children, primary means convertible, non-convertible, processed, cannot be processed. Right? So children, primary sources of energy are those sources of energy which are freely available as a gift of nature or nature of gift, we can say. For example, I have already told you that coal, petroleum, natural gas, right? These are available free in the atmosphere as a nature of gift of nature, right? And using the primary sources of energy, we can convert into in the final sources of energy. So final sources of energy are those energy which cannot be converted into other form, right? Primary sources of energy can be converted into the other form. For example, if I give you coal can be converted into electricity, right? But electricity cannot be converted into coal. So we can say that coal is the primary sources of energy and electricity is the primary sources of energy. If I will give you the example of thermal power station, thermal power stations, right? Thermal power station produces electricity. The electricity which we are using. So in the electricity, for producing electricity, what we use as an input? So as an input they use coal, right? Using the coal we produce steam, and that steam operate the turbine, right? And when turbine moves, it produces electricity. So primary sources of energy available free as a gift of nature, and it can be processed in the other form of energy, right? So primary sources of energy can be converted to the final sources of energy, and final sources of energy cannot be converted into the primary sources of energy. So primary sources of energy available as a free gift of nature, but final sources of energy are not available as a free gift of nature. So this was the children types of energy we have categorized according to the economics. So children, that's all for this video. I hope you must understood all the points. In the next video, children, we will discuss consumption pattern of energy in India, sectoral share of energy consumption in India, electricity vital sources of energy, and we also discuss emerging challenges in power generation. So that's all for this video, children. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. God bless you all. Thank you for watching the video. And children, if this video is useful for you, so please subscribe and like the video. So till then, take care. God bless you. Best of luck.